Morning everyone. Today's going to be a really good day for us. Once the frost gets off this morning, the leaves are going to be easier for us to pick up because it got so cold last night and it probably freeze dried a lot of these leaves, so we're not going to have to fight with the wet leaves too much. But it's supposed to be up near 60 degrees today with light winds all day, so that won't be too much of a problem fighting the winds today. So let's get everything loaded up and let's get started. Okay, this is our first yard. This is where all the snow is piled up. If you followed me through the winter, you see me pushing all the snow there. But this is all matted down. It's going to take not too much for me just to blow all this off into the woods, so we don't have to pick any of this up. We get the ditches out in the front, which I'll be able to do the same thing. Sorry about the bump. Just blow it up here and then just blow it off into the woods. In the backyard, it's not going to be too bad. We're just going to have to blow off the leaves up against the side there, and then Vicky's just going to pick this all up. Big cleanup, but not really that big. Okay, before I go over this yard, I want to go over a couple of things with this BR800. It's working great. I love the side start still. What I have noticed is they say pull it partially out before, and then as soon as you feel the resistance, and then pull it. Well, I just pull it out a little bit and then start going pulling it instead of coming up against the compression stroke, and it makes it a little easier to start, and it starts up pretty fast anyhow. The other thing is these straps. There's no good way to say it, they suck. They are too narrow, not enough padding. My Dolmar leaf blower has got twice the amount of padding, and I don't know if they're going to fit on here, but one way or another they're going to fit on here because these pads got to go. These are nice and curved and everything, but the way this sits on my shoulders right here, after about 45 minutes of using this, I can't feel my fingers. And I've adjusted this many times, and it just cutting into a pressure point there and making my fingers go numb, my hands go numb. So it's got to change. I don't know, hopefully tonight maybe, I'm not sure. Depends on how much time I have, because I am strapped for time right now. So that's my thoughts on this blower so far, but this is second day out, so I'm still learning it and still appreciating it, what it can do. Okay, the yard turned out pretty decent. Up there by the driveway, it's still ice and frozen. I blew a little snow off there, which is not bad compared to what it was last year. This year everything is wet from the snow or the rain we had yesterday, so it took a little bit longer than I wanted to on this yard, but it's still done. And the same thing with the backyard here. We don't have to get 100% of leaves, we just get about 95% of them. And then see how green it is there. That's not much grass there. That's pretty much all moss. This whole yard is all moss. I don't know if you can see that or if it's showing up on the camera, but. So this is one of them good yards. You don't have to cut the grass, but once every 3 weeks, and it's green all year round. Okay, this yard all done, and learning more about that steel blower there. So I was just looking at how it's strapped on there, or how the straps are attached, and I don't think it's gonna be a problem to switch them straps around, but we'll see later on. Like I said, I doubt if I'm able to get to it today. So that blower is just like pretty much everything else that you get in the lawn care business, is you always have to modify something to fit your needs. So we're at the next yard here, and this is a smaller yard. This isn't going to take a whole lot, but we still got a bunch to go yet. We're trying to get all the big yards done and out of the way. We usually don't do the big ones right off the bat, but we have a lot of bad weather coming at us. Was it 2 days they're supposed to get a little bit of snow flurries or something like that, and 4 days they're calling for 5 inches of snow, which
not unusual.
Not unusual, but I still don't think it's going to accumulate too much, because it's been so warm for so long that the ground's not going to let it, or the roads won't let it accumulate. So that'll put us back another 2 to 3 days into next week, but there's nothing we can do about that. So
all in the temperatures.
Yes. So we'll see, because I know yesterday's rain is slowing us down quite a bit. We did get that other yard done about a half hour earlier than it was the year before, but the leaves were a little bit wetter, and there wasn't as many because the high winds blew a lot of them off. Okay, another yard done, and that was a nightmare. Them leaves are so wet that clamshell bagger could not pick them up.
Yeah, I don't like that. That mower just...
They just won't... Well,
it don't work in our area.
It's just too many wet leaves right now, because the amount of water we've gotten over the past 2 weeks or whatever, with the snow and the rain and everything else. And the leaves, we have a lot of oak leaves, and them oak trees drop tons of leaves.
And they hold water.
Yeah, constantly. So it's a good thing we had the DR with us, because otherwise we'd still be there fighting with it.
So then you got to clean out the hose, and you think the bagger's full, but the bagger's, or the bag, or the
clamshell is not full, but the hose is full.
Yeah, so then it doesn't work well.
Right.
It shoots out the bottom. So
it's kind of a pain in the butt to use that clamshell, but if the leaves are dry, it works great. So the problem is I don't have Vicky backpack blower yet, because we were going to buy one. So now we're going to take a little break, stop at home and eat lunch, and figure out where we're going next. We have them big cleanups, but I'm not sure about it because the amount of wet leaves we have, so we're going to have to kind of think about this a little bit. Trying to make things a little easier on us the rest of the day, but we'll see what happens here. So this next one we're going to, Vicky's going to start off with the clamshell in the backyard, getting the areas that's the big area there that's least amount of leaves, and she's got to pick everything all up. And I'll be starting off in the front with the backpack blower, and I'll be blowing off in the back there, and I'm going to have to grab the DR to grab all these big heavy piles of leaves, I guess, or stacks of leaves, because they're going to be so wet. Okay, I said I was going to start with the DR, but I think I'm just going to have Vicky picking everything up with the clamshell, because this looks all pretty dry, so I'm just going to start blowing everything out here, and she's going to start picking everything up. yard turned out pretty decent. And again, it's all green because that's not grass, that's all moss. We're gonna have a few leaves here and there I'm gonna have to blow out next time we're here, but that's still not gonna take no much at all. And then next time we're here, which is gonna be in about a month, I'm gonna have my thatcher on the front of my mower, and I'm gonna have to bulldoze all that stuff back farther because this is getting piled up too close here. Now I gotta get back in that hole there, so we can keep dumping here for the rest of the time we're doing this yard. Same thing with the front yard, turned out really well. This part up here next to the road, we're not gonna worry too much about it because we have to do the cleanup on that house right there. And if the wind's blowing wrong, half those leaves are gonna come across the street back into the shed. So if you've been following along on the channel for any length of time, these are the two that I plowed through the winter there. You've seen them a bunch of times. But right now we're gonna go do one more yard. It's a simple yard. It's just gonna be a blow off, quick clean up and blow off. That's when I give an estimate on here about a week or two ago. I'll put a link up here where it's, when I did a walk around there. I'm not gonna be able to get a video here because we're trying to get all this stuff done tonight. And this is gonna be our last yard, I think, if I didn't say that, but forgetting what I'm saying and what I'm not saying, but we're running pretty hard right now and we should be doing pretty good as long as the rain will hold off for us.
So we're not going to kill ourselves. We figure if we can do 3, 4 to 5 a day, we should be doing all right.
Yeah, and each one of these yards that we're doing right now is taking an hour and a half to 2 hours to do. So these are big yards that we're doing, and this will be yard number 4 today that we're going to, so it's pretty good for us in this area. So we have, I don't know how many more we got left to do, and 4 or 5 yards left in this area, and they're all big yards. So I want to get these all done this week so we don't have to come back down here. And the grass will not need to be cut in this area for about 3 weeks. So it gives us 3 weeks to get everything else done in town before we head back south again. So let's go finish this one up and call her a day. And our last yard is done. I've had enough for today. We can keep going on, but
these cleanups kick you in the butt.
Yeah.
And Mama's out there looking.
Yep, they're very happy. That new yard that we just did there, those people are very happy with the way it turned out. So if they're happy, we're happy. And I've had enough. I went through 2.5 gallons of 2-stroke mix on that backpack blower again today. So that's my buddy Jimmy. He's still heading south. That means he's working till dark tonight. So anyhow, I got to get some more 2-cycle oil because I just forgot to order yesterday when I ordered a jump box to have in a truck. So I'm just gonna pick up half a dozen bottles or whatever it is for. If it comes in a case, I'll pick up a case. Cause I like the bottles that mixes 2.5 gallons of gas. Because I got a 2.5 gallon gas can, I just dump it in there and don't even think about it. So anyhow, that's going to be the end of our video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. You can check out the links in the description box below. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Watch out for the ticks. See you at the next yard. Goodbye.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.